Hello, everybody. Let's just see if anyone's going to come on because I did say I was going to do some mid readings, but if no one comes on, that's perfectly okay because what we are here to do is to just give our message from our channeling from the creator. So I am White Iris, White Iris Intuitive. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not, I hope that you'll be able to see this, if not live, then later on. And once this gets uploaded, I hope that it reaches all the people that it has to reach. I hope that everyone is happy and healthy and doing well. I hope everyone is manifesting their highest and most abundant timeline at this time as well. And I hope that we are all where we need to be at this moment in time. So let me just go ahead. And I have everything written down. Like always, when I channel, I write everything down here. I have a couple of pages. Before I get started, just a couple of things. I do readings as well. So I do personal readings. I do them through Zoom or in person. The pricing is in the description box below. I also do chakra healing and crystal healing. I also do sound bowls, as you can see from all the bowls behind me. And that I can also do through Zoom. I can do live, one person, in person, or multiple people in a group as well. And I'm sorry, my dog is a little needy right now. He hasn't been feeling well. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. But in any case, so I am here today to go over the channeled messages that I received from the creator. And this happened about a week ago, but I was sitting with it. It took a lot of energy out of me, and I was beyond exhausted. It's something that I have to start taking better care of myself and preparing myself more for when they do come through. And one of the things that they told me was like, look, you're going to have to take better care of yourself physically. So that means going to the gym more, eating better, even better than what I'm eating now, things like that, to prepare myself so that I'm not as exhausted when I channel the creator, when I channel God. I do channel, ascended masters, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, and I channel galactics. But this was my first time channeling the creator, like one-on-one like that. I usually channel Jesus or Buddha, or a lot of different ascended masters that I do channel. But in any case, so the first thing that they said to me was, this is all about love. For just so that you know right off the bat, it's all about love. It's all about the love that you're willing to give yourself. So the first thing that they started with was, what are you willing to do for love? There are so many people out there that are willing to do so many things for love of another person. But what are you willing to do for yourself for love? They want you to ask this question: what am I willing to do for love? And see what the answer is. And once you ask that question, they're saying, okay, are you willing to do this for yourself? A lot of people are not willing to do this for themselves, which is really sad, because love from another person is a mirror image of who you are and what you're trying to do for yourself. I'm sorry. Hold on one moment. Stop. Come. And what you are willing to do for yourself. So that's what they want to know. You're willing to do all of these things for other people for love, but are you willing to do that for yourself? Are you willing to sit with yourself and say, hey, I'm willing to do that for me, and see what the answer is? Because the sense that I got was that, as I was saying, so many people are willing to do so many things for love for other people, but they don't look at themselves and say, well, am I willing to do that for me? Am I willing to go out on a limb for myself? Am I willing to show myself that love and that appreciation that I show others? Okay, Papa. And they're saying, what the creator is saying is that you have to have unwavering, unconditional, and unapologetic love for yourself. It has to be in a point, in a way that, you make no excuses for it. And people have to be able to see that within you, that that love is there, so that they can't mess with you and they can't come up to you and say things to you that might, bring someone else down. I can tell you from experience, like, I've had people say a lot of different things to me. It doesn't bring me down at all. I don't care, because that is their opinion and that is their perception and that is their ego being triggered. And if your ego is being triggered, that is your responsibility. You need to figure out why your ego is being triggered, whether it's because of a person or what they're saying or anything like that. I kept hearing, and I kept hearing different songs. One of the songs that I kept hearing was "This Is Love," and this is, I believe, it's from the movie Cinderella, when she sings "This Is Love," um, and it's kind of like a montage after she meets the prince. So that's one of the songs that I have been hearing over and over again. Another thing that I heard when I was channeling was, if you ever saw The Lion King, there's a moment when the spirit of his father comes to him. He comes to Simba and he says, "You have forgotten me." And Simba's like, "No, I haven't forgotten you." And he says, "You have forgotten who you are, and therefore you have forgotten me." And that's another thing that the creator brings up, that we have forgotten not only the creator, but the love of the creator. And by forgetting that, we have forgotten what was sovereign. We have forgotten that we are sovereign beings and that we are a part of the creator. We are actually from the creator, just like Jesus Christ was a part of the creator. We are all a small part of the creator. That's what our souls are, our spirits are inside of ourselves. And it's a time now for a great remembering. It's time for us to remember who we are, because in remembering who we remember the creator as well. And we remember the love that the creator has for us. We did not come here to suffer. That was another thing. All of these things with different religions about suffering and having to be in suffering and suffer for this and suffer for that. That's not what we were here to do. That is a man-made concept that the creator never ever said that we had to suffer for the love that the creator has for us. That's all man-made. We came here to expand. We came to learn, to grow, because we are celestial beings having a human experience. We have been here many times with reincarnation, and each time we learn, we grow, and our consciousness expands as well. The single most defiant thing that we can do is to love ourselves properly and to remember who we are. That is the single most defiant thing that you can do. And remember that when you love yourself to that point, then that mirror image of you will come to you. Right now, if you don't love yourself to that point, that mirror image of you is what you're going to get. And is that really what you want in your life right now? We all have free will. We all make the choices that we want to make. But the Creator wants us to have this message. The one person operating, this was something that I saw on Instagram, and this was actually a scientist that said this. One person operating in pure love counteracts the hate of 570,000 humans. Think about that, guys. The world, this is how we bring the world out of chaos. This is how we bring forth the new earth. When we love ourselves wholeheartedly, unconditionally, unapologetically, we remember the creator, because remember that we remember the love that the creator has for us. And the creator, it wants us to remember this love, wants us to remember everything now. Be so in love with yourself that all karmics must change or walk away. Be so in love with yourself. Think about that. Are you in love with yourself? That is a question that you need to ask yourself. Be so in love with yourself that only your twin flame can come to you, can come near your vicinity, can be in that type of light. Do not apologize to anyone for this. Do not make yourself small for anyone. Do not dim your light for anyone. Absolutely not. It is not a time for that. It is a time to shine and to shine brightly with all of your gifts. The remembering In remembering this love, we remember the creator. We remember the love of the creator, though it was the same way that it was when we were home. And I keep hearing, like I said, I keep hearing songs. One of them was "Oh, This Is Love," which is that song that Cinderella sings when she meets the prince. I keep hearing the Turning Page by Sleeping at Last from the Twilight Saga. This is a twin flame journey. But before you can go to that twin flame journey, you need to be so in love with yourself that you're not desperate, you're not running after someone, that you're not wondering on a daily basis, when is this coming? What is going on? Because you will attract that automatically. But you have to be so in love with yourself, so unapologetic in love with yourself that you attract what it is that you're looking for. Um, so with the song, because it is the twin flame journey with this song, are you willing to love yourself like this? Are you willing to say to yourself, in the song it says, the privilege of being yours. Are you willing to say, I am a privilege to be my own? That is the type of love. Are you a privilege in your own right? I am a privilege. To be in my light, to be in my space is a privilege. Are you treating yourself this way? Remember, you are privileged to be who you are. Okay, so you choose this life. Remember what you are living for. Only the sweetest words should remain for yourself. And I'm quoting words from the song, but I'm saying in them as to yourself, not to the other person, to yourself. Do you speak of yourself in the sweetest words? Do you choose to be in loving care, in loving wonder, and loving awe for yourself? Only the sweetest words should remain for yourself. How do you speak of yourself? How do you speak to yourself? And how does it feel to be your own true love? You must be your own true love if you're looking to connect with that true soulmate or that true twin flame, because that's how you will attract that person. Okay? But you need to be your own true love first. And then we must be in our own true love before anyone else's. I also keep hearing Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. The creator is telling us how much he or she, and because it doesn't matter. To me, it's either it's neither one. But I know a lot of people put stock in, whether the creator is male or female. So whichever one it is for you, that's perfectly fine. I have no judgment on that. The creator is trying to show us, especially with these songs as well, because these songs aren't created out of nothing. They are inspirations from the creator, from the universe. Okay. So the creator says, this is how much I love you. So how dare you say that you don't love yourself? Like, that's not an option. Because right now, The Creator is trying to tell us that by loving ourselves wholeheartedly is how we will feel the love of the Creator, and how we will go ahead and attract that true twin flame or that true soulmate, if that is what you're looking for. But first, you need to take stock of yourself and look inward and be able to say, look, I love myself. I love everything about me. I love everything in me. It's not, I'll be happy when. I'm happy now. So you have to look at those things. Again, we all have free will. I know I say a lot, we have to, we need to. This is how the channel came through, but you have free will. I give you the information. You do with it whatever it is that you want. Hi, Debbie. How are you, sweetheart? And can you take yourself into your loving arms and feel safe? Think about that. Can you hug yourself and be safe? Or are you that person that says, I'm lonely, I don't like being alone? Well, if you don't like being with you, who's going to want to be with you? You have to think about that. Okay. It's not a, that you need to be with someone because you can't be alone. If you can't be alone with yourself and you can't be comfortable with yourself, you have other issues. Those are issues that you need to look at. You need to look inside yourself. You need to look at whatever it is that's going on inside you. Okay. All right. So earlier today, I did pull some cards, and I did get find the holiness within. And that's all going in part with what I'm talking about with the Creator. We are holy individuals. We are a part of the Creator. Therefore, we are all part of that holiness. There's no other way of saying it. I understand a lot of people are gonna get triggered, and that, as I said before, if you are being triggered by this, you need to figure out why you are being triggered, because it's nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. The church will have you believe that the only way to go up into heaven and to go and to speak to God is through is through the priest. So it's like a third party situation. No, that is not true. You can speak to the Creator yourself. You can align with the Creator yourself. You can connect with the Creator yourself. There is no such thing as we need to speak to a priest and then they will absolve that they're a human being just like us. If I feel that I've done something wrong, I will speak to the Creator, and the Creator and I will let the Creator know that I was sorry about that. And I will send love and light to that person or that situation or whatever it was. So I also got open the door. Christ is within all of us. Yes, Christ is within all of us. Remember that Christ said, these things that I do, you will do and more. So he was preparing us, all of us, before religion took over and turned it into a control thing, that we were able to do what he could do and even more. Prepare and get ready. We are bringing the frequency of heaven on earth. That's what we're doing right now. There are multiple timelines. The timelines are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. We're going to get to a certain point where, those of us that will move up into the timelines will not even see the 3D timeline anymore. So we will all get to the same place, but it will not be at the same time. So it's up to you how you want to get that done. 3D is not a happy-go-lucky. I'd rather be in the higher timeline. Just saying. And be steadfast in the visions. Be clear in your manifestation. This is something that I talk about a lot with our manifestation, is being clear. I heard someone say recently that if you say you want to be financially independent, he said, well, homeless people are financially independent. And I was like, whoa, I never thought about that. And I was like, oh my God, I need to change my wording. And now I don't say financially independent. I say financially abundant, financially sovereign. That's what I say now, because it's true. It's like, well, homeless people are financially independent. They don't have no money coming in, but they don't have any payments that they need to make. So we have to be mindful of the words that we use, and we have to be mindful of how we are manifesting the things that we want. Are you manifesting always positively, or are you first saying XYZ expectative And then you're saying, oh, but I take that back. No, it's too late. So when you're manifesting, be in that higher vibration, be in that love and light vibration, be in that vibration of always having those positive thoughts, whether someone cuts you off, on the highway, or someone cuts you off in line, or whatever it is. It's not that serious, people. It really isn't. You want to get in front, go ahead. You know what? That you might save me from a car accident. That's the way I see it. When someone cuts me off, or someone's going faster than me, or I'm going too slow for them, and they go around me and they go, I'm like, hey guy, go with love and light. Thank you for saving me from whatever's coming up forward. That's the way I see it. I don't get upset. There's no point in it. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. So why am I gonna, be all huffy and puffy about it? It's not that serious. I see a lot of people on videos where they're like, oh, and this happened to me and that. And I'm like, let it go. It's not that serious. Okay. There are so many more important things that you could be doing in your life or in this world, other than complaining and worrying about what this person said or that person said, or people talking about you. People's opinion of me are none of my business. That's what I always say. I've had people come and say, you know what I think about you? And I'm like, no, it's none of my business. Keep it to yourself. And then they don't know what to do. They're like, wait, what? And they're like, oh, what if it was something good? I'm like, still none of my business. Keep it to yourself. Go with God. I'm like, have an amazing and wonderful day. I hope that you get and receive everything that you're wishing for. And I walk away. They don't know what to do with themselves. So, like I said, just that information from the creator. I got the information over a week ago, but like I said, it took a lot out of me. It wasn't just 4 or 5 minutes. It was like 1 or 2 hours. It was almost 2 hours, and it was, by the end of it, I was beyond exhausted. So I have to get myself into better shape, as they were saying. Not your circus, not your monkeys. That is too funny. So that I can, I'm able to do it more frequently without getting so exhausted. Okay, so Debbie, you're the only one that's in here chatting up. So do you want a short reading? Oh, actually, before I go into that, I wanted to show you some of the cards that came up when I pulled cards earlier today from the Archangel deck and the Christ Consciousness deck. So from the Archangel deck, because I just wanted to see, what was coming up, I have Archangel Roquiel, enter higher planetary service and be a blazing light. The Seraphim Seraphisa, relax and open up to source and keep your heart open, which is all in keeping with all of the information that I got from the creator, from source, from God. And then we have Archangel Fayal, honor animals, communicate with different species. So this could be something that some of you are able to do or are going to be doing or something like that. And then, hold on. My dog is sitting on my lap, guys. I'm sorry. He hasn't been feeling well, so he's extremely needy today. But he's starting to get better. So as long as he gets better today, I won't have to take him to the vet tomorrow. But I've been doing like Reiki on him. And the only thing I haven't done is the sound bowl. So I might do sound bowl later on for him today. Let me see. I did not leave these out. Did I? Oh, I did. So I got the abundance, enjoy life fully, and make sure you have your spiritual protection every time, everywhere you go. And then remember that Earth is a school. As I was saying before, Earth, what we're here to do is to learn, to grow, and to expand our consciousness so that every time we go back to the Creator, if we decide to have another reincarnation, we have more information to bring to Him. And then teacher, walk the talk. So a lot of times when you have spiritual leaders, they don't walk the talk. They want you to do as they say, not as they do. So that's something that you have to be very mindful of. And then this was the one that I had picked where it was be steadfast in your vision, is the children with the candles. And prepare and get ready was another one that came through when I pulled the cards earlier today. Okay, guys? Hi, Crystal Lee. Happy Canada Day to you. Hold on. It's a little uncomfortable with him here. Sweet Pea, let's put you down. Okay? I'm going to put you down, sweetie. All right? Go ahead. You can stay under the chair, Sweet Pea. All right? There he goes, under the chair. So let me just put this back. All right. So, and another thing that was very big with the channeling from the creator was stop looking for things in other people. You need to start looking inward. Stop looking outside yourself for answers, because the answers are already within you. Okay? The answers are already there. If you have a question before you go to sleep, just say, you know what, God, it could be a prayer, it could be a manifestation, whatever you want. Just ask them, this is my question. I really need some type of guidance, so that they can help you. They can help you out with that. And it could be your soul team that can help you, your higher self, or the creator. You never know. Yeah, and this was one of the things that I was telling you about. Check in with your body. So I really, they want me to take my the way I eat and the way I take care of my body. They want me to take it up a step higher. All right, so let's see. We're coming full circle, guys. I don't know if anyone else has felt the energy. It's kind of like we're coming full circle. It still feels like something big is coming. It still feels like a lot of changes are going to be happening this year. And hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button and subscribe, guys. So if you haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you do that. And subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure that you have your notifications on, so that when I have a post or when I let you guys know that I'm live, you get the notification that I'm live as well. All right. I'm going to use the Repair Revolution and Growth. So Debbie, you were here first, Debbie, Texas. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of cards for you. Okay, my love? All right. I keep getting notifications and I'm like, stop with the notifications, because I can't see the channel. Hello, Jessie. How are you? And I'm using the Repair, Revolution, and Growth Oracle cards because this is what we're going through right now. It's a lot of repair, a lot of evolution, a lot of growth spiritually. I hope you guys can go back, because I know you didn't come on in the beginning. Go back and listen to the message from the creator, Jesse and Crystal as well. Debbie, I don't think you were here from the beginning, so make sure that you go back and listen to it from the beginning, okay? Nice. That's good. That is very good. All right, let's see. Fun and adventure and joy. It's time to play and get reacquainted with your childlike self, Debbie, Texas. Oh, Debbie, Texas. Open up to your sense of adventure and fantasy, and you've been way too serious and moving through the motions. Snap out of it and have some fun. All right? And we can have fun by ourselves, because let me tell you something. Where I'm at right now, if I have to go out to meet people, that's a lot of work. I got to comb my hair. I got to put makeup on. I got to get dressed, maybe even wear heels. That's too much work for me. Okay. I'd rather go out alone, go into nature, maybe go camping, things like that. I don't want to be bothered. I don't know about anybody else. That's where I'm at right now. Really. Patience is needed, it says here for you, Debbie, Texas. Be mindful not to rush or push your agendas at this time. Trust in the divine. Trust in divine timing and less in instant gratification. Having patience allows everything to unfold as it should. The seeds have been planted, now let them grow. And that's something I was talking about in the beginning. When you are when you understand that you are a sovereign being, that you are a part of the creator, you have a direct link to the creator, because we come from the creator, and when we transition, we go back to the creator. When you understand that you are a sovereign being, you understand that you can move through timelines at a very quick pace. That's what manifesting is. You're just moving to the timeline where you already have what you want. That's all that it is. I'm going to pull one more card for you, Debbie, okay? You're a Virgo. Okay. Intuition, wisdom, and gifts, and you have balance needed. So you need to start balancing. And I know that you're working, you're looking to get to work there permanently, stuff like that. But make sure that you have balance in your work life and in your personal life. Okay. I don't want you to be coming home and you come home and it's just, I'm going to just sit on the couch and veg out right now. Do things for yourself. One of the things that they told me was like, you don't take enough care of yourself. And I'm like, oh, I eat healthy, I exercise. And they're like, when was the last time you got your nails done? When was the last time you got your hair done? That is also self-care. That is not you being, what's the word? That's not vanity, they told me. That is you taking care of yourself. Spend a day at home and do your nails and do a mask, get your hair done, things like that. So I was like, okay, I gotcha. That's part of being balanced. All right. So with the intuition and wisdom and gifts, it says honor your innate ability to see physically and trust your gut feelings. We all get that. We all get gut feelings. So trust your gut feelings and the vibrations that you feel. When you truly step into your abilities, all of your senses will rush in. Okay. And then with balance, as I said before, make sure that all of your relationships are balanced, whether it's work, whether it's family, loved ones, whatever it is, friends, balance everything out. I don't have a lot of friends. I'm going to be honest with you, because it's a lot of work. And if I have to do a lot of work, I'm just not in for it. And a lot of people will see that as, me being detached or something like that. But the thing is that I value my vibration. I value, where I'm at right now. And if my friends aren't at that vibrational level, I can't be around people that are low vibing. I really can't. All right. So Debbie, let me see. The next person that came up was Jessie. So I'm just going to pull a couple of cards for you as well, Jessie. Okay. This is for Jessie Del Rey. And I'm just using the same cards. Yeah. Just a few close friends. And, I feel like if I'm with a person and I feel emotionally drained or exhausted afterwards, I don't want to spend a lot of time with that person. That's the way I do it. All right, let's see. This is for you, Jessie Del Rey. So I have old wounds and patterns for you. We attract, and this is why I want you guys to watch the video, because we talked about that as well. We attract what we need to heal. Often we find ourselves attracting the same type of people or situations that are not the best for us. Until we choose to find the common denominator of what we need to heal and release, the cycle will continue. Go within to heal the pain layer by layer to find the joy again. So this is what the creator has been saying. When you understand that you are, again, a sovereign being, when you remember who you are, you will remember the creator. You will remember the love of the creator. And what the creator is saying, I don't know if you heard this before. So the song from Turning Point from the Twilight Saga, Turning Page by Sleeping at Last. I want you to listen to that song, like really, really listen to it. Okay? But what I want you to do is listen to it, but listen to it for you. When you hear the words, okay? When you hear the words, I want you to think of for yourself. One of the things that the creator said was from this song is the privilege of being yours. You are a privilege. I am a privilege. This is how you need to feel about yourself before you can manifest that person that you want to come to you. Because you don't want to manifest someone that has the same wounds that you have, because they're going to push those buttons the same way you're going to push those buttons. So you have to heal within yourself, and you have to be willing to sit with yourself and be alone with yourself. When I listen to this song, I don't think of my twin flame. I don't think of a soul. What I think of is me. Am I willing to see that love in me? Am I willing to be that love for myself? That's what I look at. Because once I am open to that, then I know that what I'm manifesting, or that twin flame, or that, soulmate that's coming to me, I know that when that person comes, they're going to be whole. Okay? They're going to go through their bullshit away from me, and they're going to do all of the work, and when they come to me, they're going to come to me whole, because the way for us to be whole is to love ourselves. We love ourselves first, because if we don't love who we are, how do you expect that person to love you? You understand? I hope this helps. I hope it makes sense. It does. Well, I see that you said it makes sense. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Addictions and compassion. So this has to do with the situation, and I don't know what the situation is, but it says a situation is influenced by an addictive behavior that is influencing you or the person involved. Pain and trauma are being projected. Try to see the truth of the situation by stepping out of the chaos to create an opening for forgiveness, patience, and compassion. If this is something you want to do, it is completely up to you. Not every person that is in your life is actually going to do the work that they need to do for to match your vibration. That was one of the things, again, in the beginning of the video. In the beginning of the video, and I'm just going to go to that page so I can remember. Here, you need to be so in love with yourself that all karmics must change or walk away. So that is the biggest thing that you can do to change whatever situation it is that you're in. Be so in love with you that karmics have to say bye-bye, or they have to change to meet your vibration. They have to do the work to meet your vibration. Because remember, if this is sucking your soul, if you're mentally, physically, and spiritually just drained at the end of the day, then that is not the right situation for you. Okay. All right. So let me see. This is the next card that fell out. So I have Radiant Goddess Acceptance. You are an amazing goddess, ready to fully understand how significant you are. Tap into your power by owning your beauty and potential, and by not making any apologies for it. We have to love ourselves unapologetically. We have to love ourselves with the same compassion, the same passion that we would love someone else. I hope this helps. Okay. Love it. And then the next person that came on, there was someone else in the chat before. Or was I Crystal? If Crystal, if you're still here, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and pull cards for you, okay? My eyes aren't what they used to be, so I'm like trying to go back on the chat. So if you're still here, Crystal, I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of cards for you, sweetie, okay? You don't have to respond if you don't want to. It's okay. Okay, let's see. We have unflexible and change. You or the person involved are set in your ways. You are impeding your growth. Be more open-minded and see the other person's point of view to expand your perspective in a healthy way. Oftentimes, being too rigid masks the problem that causes imbalance and unrest. Flexibility is needed to create flow. So it could be whatever the situation is, whether it's your home life or at work, you're just being unflexible. The one thing that we all should learn, and again, you have free will, you do what you want. I just give you the message, and I give you the messages as they come through. But one thing that the creator, that other of the souls that I channel, they're like, it's time to be, not to mince words anymore. It's not time to try to be nice and say things nicely, or it's time for you to tell things how they are. So however it channels through, that's how it needs to come through. And don't change the words. That's what they've been telling me for a long time. But you need to be more flexible. You need to go with the flow. At my job, are there a lot of things that are in my job that maybe the old me would just be beyond annoyed? Yes. But when people tell me, hey, yeah, I go with the flow, baby. It is what it is. I don't worry. I'm not upset. Because I've done the work. So this is something that when you do the work, when you go through all the things that you need to go through, when you dig deep inside of yourself, in your inner child, and you work on all of the things and all of the trauma that you've been through, it's much easier to go with the flow. I go with the flow with everything. With people that have wronged me, that's your karma, not mine. With people who have issues with, who are triggered sometimes with my messages, your trigger is your responsibility, not mine. You need to figure out why you're being triggered. That's what I let them know. I will, I go with the flow. There's no need to be upset. There's no need to be angry. If you want to have a lot of wrinkles because you're angry, that's up to you. I think those wrinkles are uglier than the wrinkles when you're smiling a lot. So, and when you're happy. So that's just me. But try to go with the flow. Try to be more flexible. Try to see other people's points of view. Okay, because everything is just perspective. It's just the other person's perspective. That's really what it is. And once you understand it and you listen twice as much as you speak, if you are able to do that and really hear their perspective, you'll be able to come back with a better answer on whatever it is that's going on. Okay, hold on a second because I have a card on the floor. Childhood wound retrieve. Wow. And that's exactly what we were just talking about. So your inner child is looking to heal. So you can move on by understanding the situation in a new light. Going within to heal requires self-love and compassion. I love it when these cards pop out, like saying these things after I've already said it, because it's double confirmation on what it is that you need to do. Again, you have free will. I give you the message, you do with it what you will, okay? Healing requires self-love and compassion. Gaining perspective through energy work or therapy can be very helpful in accessing tools to empower your inner child. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get one more card. Let's see, maybe more than one will fall out. That's one right there. New beginnings and intentions. New doors are opening and new opportunities are here. You are shifting into a higher frequency by honoring yourself and your accomplishments. It's time for a fresh start and a clean slate. You are being asked to only bring your new self into this new chapter. Okay, so you can't bring everybody with you. And I'm gonna say something that one of the other channelers, card readers says all the time. You're not Captain Save-A-Ho, okay? You are not Captain Save-A-Ho. You got to save yourself. You got to do the work for yourself. People are not going to always follow you, and you can't take everybody with you. When they are ready, they will come. Remember, 2 different timelines. You're on a higher timeline. You're trying to get into that 4 and 5D. You're going to get to a point where you're not even going to see those people. You're not even going to know those people still exist in the world. When one of them decides to move up, all of a sudden they'll be back into your life. And that's really how it happens. But while you're moving forward and you're doing the work for yourself, those people just fall out of the way. They just fall out of the way. Hi, Loretta. How are you? So I hope that helps you. All right. Crystal, I hope that helps you. And I think I actually did skip you. I thought Jesse was next. Like I said, my eyes aren't what they used to be. I need to start exercising them more. Again, me having to do more work on myself to be able to channel the creator more often. So, hi, Loretta. I hope that you go back and you watch the video from the beginning because there's a lot of information that I channeled from God, the creator, source energy, whatever you want to call. You're welcome. And I'm going to go ahead and just pull a couple of cards. I am using the Repair, Evolution, and Growth Oracle deck. Those are the cards that they asked me to use today because everything that they spoke about is about us, our inner love, our inner peace, being willing to do anything for the love of ourselves, not for our soulmate or whatever, for the love of ourselves. Okay. And I hope this reaches a lot of people because I think it's something that we all need to start working on, and we all need to see. We need to be the change that we want to see in the world. A lot of times people will say like, "Oh, why don't things change?" Well, we need to be the change first. And if everyone is able to do that, imagine how different the world would be today. Okay. Two cards fell out. So I have high vibrations and transformations for you, Loretta. Thank you, Debbie. You have chosen to step into a higher vibration. This is for you, Loretta. You have chosen to step into a higher vibration that is in alignment with your soul path and higher knowing. You now have the awareness that you are limitless and ready for transformation. And then we have full circle completion as well. You have chosen to learn from your mistakes and move forward, closing out your cycles. Every layer of yourself you acknowledge is a layer that served its purpose. You are now feeling your power by seeing your inner strength and determination pay off. Be proud of this. Be proud of these moments and let it carry you forward. Awesome. All right, so let's see. One more card for Loretta. One more card for Loretta. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Is that the card? So there's someone, this isn't you, but this is a card for someone you're dealing with who is inflexible to change. So this person is set in their ways. They are impeding their own growth, and they could have been impeding your growth. They need to be more open-minded to see other people's point of views and perspectives. So quite frankly, this person, like I said before, be so in love with yourself. What was it again? I'm going to go back to that page. Be so in love with yourself. This is something the creator said, that all karmics must either change or, they have to rise and meet your vibration, or they need to walk away. So this is what's happening to you right now, Loretta. You are in such a high vibing state that karmics that are inflexible, don't want to change, don't want to see other perspectives, other points of view, they're just going to fall away. If they can't meet you at your vibration and be at your vibration, they can't be around you. And that's just how it's going to be. Okay. Congratulations to you, Loretta, for that. All right, guys. Let's see. What is this? What is this? And I'm just going to pull a couple of cards for Mother Earth. I just want to see what Mother Earth has to say for us. Do I want to use this one, or do I want to use... No, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one. Oh, wow. Interconnection. I bring you the medicine of togetherness. This is from Gaia, from Mother Earth. So I'm just going to pull a couple of cards for her because we've been channeling the creator tonight, but I just want to give her a voice as well. And yes, Gaia is Earth is an entity. Earth is a spiritual entity just as we are. All right. It's a living, breathing, spiritual entity. Her lifeblood is the oil that is in the veins. That's basically what it is. And she is resetting herself. She is taking charge, and she is resetting herself. So, the world as we see it today is going to be changing a lot in the next couple of years. Okay. It's one thing. There was a video that I did a couple of months back about changes, volcanoes, eruptions, tsunamis, things like that. So you might want to go back and look at that as well. I haven't had any predictions. I haven't gone into predictions for this year yet, other than the fact that a lot of new things are coming, a lot of changes are coming, a lot of things that we need in this world are coming to fruition. All right. But nothing specific. I wait until I dream about it 3 times at least before I speak about it. So let's see. Rebirth, an opportunity for deep transformation is before you. And this is all from Gaia, from Mother Earth. So we either are going to be changing, we are going to be moving forward, or you are going to stay stagnant. And are going to stay in the 3D. So those that will stay in the 3D, sooner or later, if they choose to move up, they will move up and they'll meet you there. But if they don't, they'll stay where they are. Okay. You can't take everybody with you. And gratitude. Feel how life showers you with the blessings and give thanks. I give thanks for everything. So, and you might think that this is weird or it's funny, but it's very true. I give thanks for everything that happens. Even if I stub my toe, like I wait for a second. So I'm not like, and then I'm like, thank you so much for stubbing my toe. Cause I probably would have fallen on my face if I hadn't stubbed my toe. Or, I usually say something like that. Even if it's something that someone would think is negative, I still have gratitude for it. Cause at least I have a toe to stub as well. Right. All right. Thank you for seeing. That's true. You're welcome. And I just want to remind you guys as well, I'm going to be wrapping up. I'm going to get a couple more cards. I do also do personal readings. And if you're not in my area in Birmingham, I do readings over Zoom and over the phone if you want, or on FaceTime. All of the information on pricing is below. Okay. And I do also my sound bowls and my chakra healing as well through Zoom. I do it through Zoom better because I can record it and send it to you, and then you can replay it whenever you want to. All right, let's see. What else do we have from you, Mother? What else do we have from you, Gaia? Ooh, 2 more cards. Wonderful. The Hearts of Wisdom. Listen to the call of your heart and your guide in love. Mystery. Open yourself to the unseen and a direction will be revealed. Remember, if you have questions, you can write them down and just say the question at night and just ask the creator, ask your soul tribe, your team. Hey, this is a question that I have. I just, can I get the answer in my dreams? All right. Ooh. Self-knowledge. Dive into your depths. You are where your truth resides. And that's something that it's just going to keep coming up. We need to dive into ourselves. We need to dive into who we are. We need to do the work for ourselves. We need to be so in love with ourselves that nothing and no one can touch us. Nothing and nothing can come near us that is of a low vibe. That's how in love with yourself you need to be. And let me tell you something. Channeling the creator is intense. Channeling source is intense because you feel that love. It's almost like you're going to explode with it. And it stays with you. So to me, that's what I want everyone to feel. I want everyone to feel that love for themselves. And I know where I am, I'm an anchor for that love. So wherever you are, if you are someone who is doing the work, you are an anchor for that area for love. Remember what I was saying before. One person who is operating in true pure love can counteract the hate of 570,000 people, believe it or not. Okay? Okay, so I'm just gonna ask for one more card and we're gonna wrap it up. And I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. I wasn't sure if anyone was gonna come because I just announced this morning, and it was just something that I just needed to get out to you guys because we need to start operating out of pure love with everything that's going on in the world today. Speaking out. Your voice is released. Express yourself frankly. And again, in what I was saying before, it's time for us not to beat around the bush. It's time for us not to. I wrote everything down exactly the way it came out. I didn't change anything. I didn't change the words. I didn't change any of those things because they kept telling me this is not the time to try to change the words. This is not a time to say what you think we meant. No. You're going to say the words as the channel comes through, and you're going to go ahead and give it out as we say it. Because they're telling me it's time. It's time for us to either move up in doing what we need to do, or you're just going to fall behind and stay in the 3D. Okay? All right, ladies and gents, if anyone else is there, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. For those of you that started late, go back to the beginning, listen to the messages from the creator so that you can get more perspective. Erica, hi. You see that? I was just wrapping it up and Erica shows up. Okay, now we got to pull cards for Erica, okay? So Erica, I want you to, you just got here. Erica, I want you to, when you have a chance or when we finish, to go back to the beginning and listen to the messages from the creator, okay? They want me to use the Repair, Revolution, and Growth Oracle cards for everyone, okay? All right. And then share with anybody that you want them to know and know about the message. Please share it with them. It really helps me a lot. Make sure that you are subscribed and then you have the button, the notification button on, and make sure you hit the like buttons too. All right, let's see. One of the cards I think flipped over, unless I'm seeing things. They have it. Okay, I guess I was seeing things. I could have sworn one of the cards flipped over. Okay, they have it. Let's see. And I think the next thing I'm going to be doing, guys, and I'm glad, you know what, Erica, you reminded me of this. I was going to talk about this and then I forgot. One of the things that I'm going to be doing, like I've been doing all of the signs on the 11th every month, all at once. And that takes me like 2 or 3 hours. So they're telling me not to do that anymore. They want me to do each sign. So when we get into that sign, start like that day. Okay, like Cancer, I should have done it. When did we get into it? The 28th or the 29th or something. But they just told me, today to start doing it that way. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is that I'm going to pre-record a Cancer reading. And I'll put it up. And then the next day it'll be the next one. And the next day it'll be the next one. So they want me to do it that way instead of taking 2 or 3 hours to actually do all of the signs. Okay, guys? So just make sure that whatever sign that you are, when you get notified, you'll be able to see it. Okay? All right. So I have passion, ignite, and desire. Live with passion by stepping into what feeds your soul and gives you joy. When you choose to make room for this in your life, the universe responds by creating opportunities that support your soul's purpose and passion. And this is, again, speaking of loving yourself. So what I told the other ladies earlier, Erica, is the song from, I have it written down. I have to think about it every single time. Espera. The song from the Twilight Saga. So the song, I keep hearing this song in my head, Turning Page by Sleeping at Last. What this song is talking about is your twin flame. What they want us to do, because what they said is these songs, they don't just appear out of nowhere. We give these artists these downloads. Okay. It's not like, oh, it was just created out of thin air. It's not. Okay. And one person that understood this a lot was Prince. Like, he would get a download of a song and then he would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to record it and wake everybody else up. Like, he was that serious. He's like, no, because if I don't do it, it's going to move on to somebody else. He understood that. So what they want us to do is when we hear those songs, not hear it as, oh, this is me and the person that I'm thinking of. See it as you. All right. Are you willing to love yourself like that? Are you willing to do the work for yourself in that way? And understand that you are a privilege. When the song says the privilege to be yours, okay, the privilege to be myself. I am a privilege. And this is what they want us to say to ourselves. I am a privilege. It is a privilege to be around me. Okay? Be unapologetic in your love for yourself. Love yourself unconditionally, unwavering. Love yourself in such a way that only people in your vibration can come near you. Karmics need to walk away. They have to move level up or get a step in. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead. Let me pull at least 2 more cards for you, Erica. You are unique. That's right. That's right. And I don't apologize for that. I do not apologize. Because you know what? If that triggers someone if that triggers someone, that's work that they have to do on themselves. Their trigger is not your responsibility. And I trigger a lot of people. And I'm like, that's not my problem. That's your problem. That's called a you problem, not a me problem. You can use that, guys. Use that. All right. Let's see. So old wounds and patterns, this also came up. So be very careful of old wounds and patterns, Erica, because we attract what we need to heal in ourselves. So we need to heal whatever, all the wounds, inner child wounds, traumas. We need to heal all of those things in ourselves, because if you are looking to attract like your twin flame or your true soulmate, you don't want that person to come to you broken. You want that person to come to you already fixed. So we have to do the work in ourselves to be in such a high vibrational state that that person can only choose to do the work for themselves to match that vibration to come to you. Because if they don't do it, they're not going to come. Yeah, you don't want people with wounds no. I'm not here to fix nobody else. I'm sorry. As I said before, and the person that says this a lot is her channel is Cancer Baby Tarot. She's like, you're not Captain Save-A-Ho. Not everybody's coming with you. Okay. I love it when she says that. It makes me crack up. Okay. Heart opening, listening. Opening your heart center and listening to your intuition will always lead you in the right direction. Let down the walls of your that you have created in the past. Let your light shine from the heart to experience what the universe has always wanted for you. And like I said before, the universe wants us to have everything that we want. There is no such thing as suffering for us. There is no such thing as we're supposed to suffer in order to feel God's love. There's no such thing. That is man-made, and God did not create that. Source did not create that. Man created that. Jesus did not come here to tell us that we needed to suffer to be. No, he said, everything that I do, you will be able to do, and even more. He always said that we were all a part of the creator. Okay, so religion is not what Jesus came here about. Jesus came here to show us that we are sovereign spiritual beings. Okay? So listen to your heart. By listening to your heart and doing the work is how you will get everything that you want. Ay, Dios mío, look at this. I made a mess. Okay, I think I got them now. Yes, there is. There's more than enough for all of us. That's too many cards. That's like 10 cards right there. One more card for Erica. One more card for Erica. Ooh. Releasing old conditions. It's time to release old conditioning and to step into the new way of being. The old story and past cycles of blame, shame, and guilt need to be moved out. Take inventory of what no longer resonates and what isn't your burden to carry, and unload what has been weighing you down. Release all that stuff, girl. Release it. Don't let it weigh you down. It's time to shine. Isolation. It's time for you to isolate yourself and push people away right now, especially if they're not where you need them to be. And people will be triggered by this. People will be upset about it. But you know what? Too bad. Too bad. And it looks, I had one more card fell out, and it's past life karma. And it says, this indicates a past life is the reason why the intense energy surrounds you, this person or the situation. Look into ways to clear the past life karma and see the bigger picture of the situation by viewing it from a lesson perspective. Taking ownership for your part and forgiveness are key to releasing past life karma. I say this all the time. Everything that we live through are lessons. And if you have something that's like from a past life that's still holding you back, it's time to release that. And that's something that you can just ask when you go to bed. Manifest it. I am ready to release all past karmas, all past contracts, all past judgments. You can do that every single night, okay? Right. You can only change you, and you have to see, you have the change that you want to see in the world has to happen inside of you first. All right. Okay, guys. Now we are going to wrap it up. Now that we finished reading Erica. All right, ladies. So thank you so much for coming. Debbie, Erica, Loretta, Jessie, and also, where is she? Crystal. There she is. And Crystal, thank you so much for being here. Again, if you didn't start from the beginning, go back to the beginning. Listen to all of the channeling from the creator, from source, from God, whatever you want to call him or her. No judgment here. You guys, free will. And make sure that you listen to the messages that source had to say to all of us. And I thank you for being here. I thank you for listening to me. And remember to like and subscribe. Remember to share also, so that other people can see it and they can share it. But thank you for being here, okay? I really appreciate it. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.